this was by far, hands down, the worst date I've ever been on in life. Okay. What's up, bro gang? It's your girl Kobe and I am back with another video. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a story time of my worst, like the worst date ever. This is actually a really crazy story because this was by far, hands down, the worst date I've ever been on in life, okay? But before we get into this video, I do need you guys to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to comment down some video suggestions you have in the comments. Also, don't forget you can follow me on Instagram _ Butler if you do want to see more of me, okay? And you can add me on imvu. It is in the description down below, okay? So just go down there and add me on imvu, okay? And let's just get right into this video. Basically, okay, we're talking on the phone, we're texting, whatever, and he's like, oh, I want to see you. Oh, like, can I pick you up? Let's go out, let's go do something. And I'm like, all right, because at that point we've been talking for a little bit, and I'm just like, okay, let me see what he's about, okay? And from like the text and everything, it was kind of like sweet, you know? And mind you, I've never FaceTime this person before, which was probably a bad idea, but I did see pictures of him and I talked to him on the phone sometimes and we messaged or whatever. So he was like, yeah, let me pick you up. So I'm like, okay. So he picks me up. I think this is on a Saturday. I'm not sure. I think this is on a Saturday. So he picks me up and we get in his car. First of all, let me just tell y'all, his car was absolutely disgusting, okay? It was dirty. It had like leaves on it, just dirty leaves everywhere and just dirt. And it smelled like boys, okay? It smelled like the dirty boys' locker room, okay? So when I first walked into the car, I'm like, what is this? And then I get in the car. First of all, you know how like you go on a date, a guy's supposed to like get out the car, open his door for you, like be a gentleman. He didn't even do all that. He just looked at me from the driver's seat, unlocked the door, and wanted me to get in by myself. I'm like, you couldn't even be a gentleman? Like, what? Anyway, so I get in the car and then I look at him. Oh my goodness, this man has on a tank top, like one of those white tank tops that guys wear like under their shirts, and it has holes in it, okay? The shirt has holes in it and his hair is all frizzed out. It's messy, like it's him. I don't know if it was braids, but it's all messed up and it wasn't right. It wasn't okay. And then he had like dirty stains on him, on his pants, like white stains. I didn't know what that was from. I'm sitting there like what is this? Like, what is happening right now? We sit in the car. He's not driving anywhere. We sit in the car and we're talking for a few minutes. He's like, yo, what do you want to do? I'm like, first of all, you asked me to hang out. You should have something planned. Like, come on. Like what the heck? So we're just sitting there trying to figure out like what we're going to do, where we're going to go. And he's just talking, telling me a few things about himself, and I'm listening like, yeah, it stinks in here. And he keeps talking, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't care. Like, do you have some Febreze? At that point, we're sitting in the car for so long, I'm like, I was about to ask him, like, yo, can we go to like CVS or like Stop and Shop somewhere and I can get some Febreze or something, because you need it, you know? Maybe we can buy you like a new shirt, or like I wanted to be so rude to him. Like, I just wanted to get out, but I didn't want to be disrespectful. Like, I was in an uncomfortable situation. I'm like, okay, should I just like act like I got stuff to do, or should I just not be rude and try to like, I can't really see where things go, because at that point I'm like, all right, this is the last time I'm gonna be hanging out with him. But I just wanted to be nice, you know, see if his personality would like, you know, change my mind, I guess. But anyway, so we're sitting there just talking, like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And then he starts like putting his hand to like getting real touchy, and I'm just like, don't touch me. Like, your hands are hard. His hands were hard, and his nails were disgusting. They had dirt in his nails, and oh my goodness. So I think we decided to go. I think he took me to the mall. Okay. First of all, he took me to the mall. All right, I'm not gonna lie, there are restaurants in the mall, but why would you take me to a mall? Because now you got me walking in the mall. It's hot, and you like, I don't wanna be in public with you looking like that. Like, that's just bad for my image, you know? So the whole time, okay. So after we got to the mall or whatever, we're just walking around, you know, looking in stores and stuff like that. But the whole time we wasn't really talking to each other because we don't have anything in common. So we weren't talking. And the whole time he was just texting on his phone. He was calling people on his phone like, yeah, I'm at the mall right now. I'm about to leave, and like, I'm like, you're not even having a conversation with me. You're on the phone. Like, from the jump, like, he didn't even try to have a conversation with me. He just called someone as soon as we got to the mall. I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is wrong with you? So I think we ended up getting Chick-fil-A or something. We ended up getting Chick-fil-A at the mall, and first, he didn't even have money to pay for it. Okay? I had to pay for it. So that was kind of like, what are you on? Like, you brought me to the mall to buy you some food, and you're not even having a conversation with me. Like, that is so rude. Like, I felt like maybe he was just hungry, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna drive her to the mall so she can get me some food because I haven't eaten in weeks. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't know, but he wanted me to pay for it, so I paid for it. I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever, I'll pay for it. You don't got the money, that's fine. So we're sitting down eating, and then like he's chomping, like he's the food's going everywhere. He got sauce on his shirt now. That's another stain on his shirt. I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness, you're like, you have no manners. Like, you don't even like care about how you look. His lips were crusty. Okay, so and then as he's sitting there eating, chomping, chomp, he goes, oh, so you're not gonna give me a hug? I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't really say no, but I wanted to say no so bad. Guys, I am not a rude person. I tried to be the nicest person possible. So he was like, oh, can I get it? Where's my hug? You haven't hugged me yet. So I got up, and I'm just like, yeah. Yeah. And he was like, oh, that dry hug. I'm like, well, man, first of all, you're dirty, okay? You're dirty. You stink. You're lucky you got a pat on the back. Like, relax, okay? So he continues eating, and we're still not having a conversation. I'm like trying to bring up conversations like, yo, how was your day? Or what are you doing tomorrow? Or like stuff like that, just trying to make conversation. And he would give me these like one word answers like, oh, nothing. Oh, yeah. And like he wouldn't even like ask me anything like, what are you doing tomorrow? Or like, how's your day going? Or anything like that. Like, he wasn't trying to make conversation with me. So it was kind of whack. It was really whack. And then I guess after we're done eating, whatever, we go back to the, you know, looking around the mall or whatever. And he's just showing me stuff that he wants and stuff like that. He's telling me about his job, how much he hates his job, how he wants to do music or something like that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. And I'm just telling him about like my YouTube and what I'm doing on YouTube right now. He was just like, oh yeah, that's so cool. You know, maybe we can do that. I'm like, yeah. This is the last time we're gonna be talking, so no, we can't. So we go back in the car, and he's driving back to my house, because at that point, I guess we were both like, yeah, no, this little thing, whatever's going on is kind of over at this point. So he's driving back to my house, and the whole time the car ride was silent, no talking, nothing, like not even like a hey, like, you like that song? Like, not even that, okay? I don't even think there was music playing. I don't even think the music worked in his car because there was no music playing. It was just complete silence in the car the whole ride there. And to the mall from my house is like 5-10 minutes. So it was a really, really awkward car ride, okay? So we get like maybe like 2 minutes from my house. Like, he doesn't even drive all the way to my house. Okay, so we're like down the hill from my house, right? He stops the car and it was silent for like a couple seconds, and then he was like, okay, that was fun, I think I gotta go now. So you're just gonna drop me off like down the hill from my house? Like, you can't even drop me to my house where you picked me up at? Like, that was so rude. He wanted me to get out and walk up the hill to my house after I just bought you some food. You couldn't even drive me to my house? Like, that was so rude. And he was like, oh, I'll text you and maybe we can plan some. Man, after he dropped me at the end of the hill, I was like, yeah, that's not happening again. I got out. I was kind of annoyed. I walked home. While I'm walking, I blocked him, okay? Because that was that. There was no more hanging out after that. There was no more, like, none of that. And I think like a couple weeks later, he ends up like messaging me on Instagram talking about, oh, I tried to text you. I'm like, yeah, no. Blocked him on Instagram too. That was that. You are cut all the way off, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to comment down some video suggestions you have in the comments. Also, don't forget you can follow me on Instagram _Kobe_Butler if you do want to see more of me, okay? And you can add me on imvu. It is in the description down below. So go on ahead, add me on imvu. Let me know. Guys, I also want to do a 10,000 subscribers party on imvu. So if you guys want to be involved in that and you think I should do something like that, let's try to get this video to maybe like 50 to 100 likes. All right. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.